everyone, welcome back to Ms. Gwen's art class. This week we've been studying the artist Vasily Kandinsky, and we're going to make another project today inspired by his work. So we'll look at another painting by Kandinsky. As the father of abstract art, he drew and painted items that were not representing a specific thing. We might look at this and think, wow, this sort of looks like a head, and this looks a lot like an eye, and maybe this one does too, but he might not have intended that. We don't know. As the viewer of the art, we can interpret it the way we want to. As you've been learning this week, Kandinsky heard the colors that he saw musically, and he was really inspired to paint what he heard. So today we're going to listen to music as we create our art. Okay, what we need for today is a piece of paper. It could be any size, any color, a pencil, a marker if you have it to outline, but you don't need to have one. It could be a washable marker, it could just be a black crayon, whatever you have. And we need some things to make some lines and shapes. So as we talked about yesterday, if you have a ruler, that's a great way to make a straight line and to make the sides of a shape. If I put it here, I've made a triangle here. If you don't have a ruler, your folded piece of paper can work as a straight edge, even a book. Anything you have with a straight, sharp, straight line. And to make a circle, I have a cup here. I can use the bottom for a smaller circle, the top for a bigger circle. Anything you could find, a bowl, a cap to something, you can use to make a circle, or you can just draw the shapes freehand. So, and later on, we're going to color, if you have colors available to you, crayons, colored pencils, markers, whatever you have. If you don't have, we can shade with the pencil or just leave it alone. Okay, so we're just about ready to start our drawing. So we're going to turn on our music by a composer, Wagner, who Vasily Kandinsky really liked. Okay, and it's an exciting piece of music, so our drawing will be pretty exciting too. So you want to start out by making two or more wavy or curved or jagged lines. So I'm gonna put one here, going off the page. I'm gonna make a zigzaggy, jagged line here, and maybe some kind of curl coming off of here. Okay, and then you want to make two or more straight lines. I'm going to use my ruler to help me do that. So I'm going to make a couple diagonal lines, different lengths. I'm going to make another line across most of my paper. And maybe one up and down vertical line over here. Okay, you decide when you're done making lines. Next, you want to make some geometric shapes. I feel like this is really got a lot of strong music to it, so we're going to make some strong shapes. So I'm going to use my ruler again. I'm going to go across the page over here. And even though I'm just drawing one line, I've made a three-sided triangle. And look, over here I actually already made a couple rectangles. So I think maybe I'll make a little square over here. I'm going to do my best. I'm not measuring it exactly. If I think the lines look equal, that's okay for this. This is art. As I'm listening to the music, I might really feel like I need some more kind of big, strong lines going across like that, so I might add them as I go along. Now, I'd like to include some circles here. So I think I'll make one over here, kind of just going off the page a little. Start over here. If my arm is in the way, I can pick up my pencil and start again. Okay. Maybe one over in this corner. Okay, and I think that's enough for me. If you would like to continue drawing, you can. I'm gonna stop here. Okay, so, ooh, that music right there made me really think of this shape. So my next step is going to be going over my lines with my black marker. I'll do my best on my straight lines as well as my curvy lines. Okay, so I've traced over all our lines with the marker. I can go back to a few of these places. You can really see my pencil lines. If you want to, you don't have to. I'm gonna color over those bits anyway. So as we discussed yesterday, there's a few choices that you can make in a similar way today with your colorings. If you don't have colors available to you, or you like the idea of black and white and shades of gray, you can use your pencil to shade around some of your shapes. Something like this. And then this. Like we talked about yesterday. And remember, you can use your finger to really create that shadowy effect. And it looks great. And you could do that throughout your picture if you would like to. Yesterday, we made our pictures using not a lot of color, just some. We did some with crayon and then some with our washable markers and moved the color around with the water. But it's still mostly white with the black lines. So today, I'm going to color my picture and fill the page. So when we look at Kandinsky's picture, he still has some white background, but most of his shapes are filled in, so I'm going to fill in my shapes. I'm going to use crayons. Use as many colors as I can fit in my picture. So I'm going to start with purple. And I'm going to color 2 parts of my square purple. It's okay, you try to stay in the lines, but sometimes it can be hard just for anyone to do that. You can move it around, you can move your paper around as you're filling in different parts. I like orange and purple together, so I'm combining them there. And I colored over the place where I shaded with the pencil, so it just kind of gives it a little darker orange. So if you want to combine those techniques, that's fine. Okay, so I'm coloring in my shapes, and then I'm going to color in the spaces created by my lines. So let's find one here. So kind of in between here, I'm going to use the lines to define this whole space as one color. And remember, it's abstract art. However I feel, the colors I'm feeling. Ooh, this is a nice part for coloring. And then I can decide where this space ends and the next color begins. So we're coloring inside the shapes that we drew, and then inside the areas that we created with the lines. Okay, so I've finished coloring all of the shapes and all of the areas where shapes were created by my lines. And I filled in and left no white space today. So it's different than yesterday where we had a lot of white space. It's your choice how you want to do it. It's nice to have a little variety. We were inspired by a picture by Kandinsky that had more color today than yesterday. Okay, so we listened to some music and created our artwork inspired by Kandinsky. I can't wait to see your projects soon. Okay, bye-bye.